we can call another subprogram. That also we can do. So that's sort of one program I have written. I will show you by sharing the code. Is the board visible to you?
Yes, sir.
So now here, if you see the board, I have already written 3 program segment I have drawn, not a complete program I have written, just I have used the instructions just to explain. And here you can see the program which I have written here at 8000 address. And you can see I have defined the stack pointer. Then after some instructions at 8006, we have used the call 9000. What is the meaning that from this program we are calling a program at 9000, meaning is whatever program is stored at 9000, that is basically a subprogram. You see, in 9000, I have written a program, and this is basically a subprogram. And now within this subprogram, again we have used the instruction call A00. From this subprogram, we want to call another subprogram which is written from A00. That is possible. And that A00 subprogram 2, suppose this is subprogram 2 is written here instead. Now see how the program sequence, how the processor will go on executing this program. So suppose this is the case, basically your main program. So suppose I have started executing this main program by the processor from 8000. It will be executed in this manner, this direction. Now at 8006, processor will find there is an instruction call 900. Now tell me what processor will do after getting this call instruction, call 900 instruction at the address 8006. So you know, call will do two things. First, it will store the 900 address in the PC, means it will go there. But before going there, what call will do? Address of the next instruction of call means 8009, it will store in the stack. What is the stack? Stack we have defined as FFFF. I have drawn a stack memory also FFFF. So what this call will do? Call just like push, it will store the return address into the stack. What is the return address? 8009. First added or 8 bit. Again stack pointer will be decremented by 1. 09 will be stored. And after that, this address will be stored in PC. So now program counter will move to this address. Since it enters into the subprogram, let's assume this is subprogram 1, sub 1. Now see, at the very beginning of this subprogram, the first instruction is push B. Push B means it's related to stack, because push B means the content of PC will be stored into the stack. So as I have drawn the stack, so here how the content of PC will be stored in the stack. Now stack pointer is pointing here after the call instruction. Then again it will be decremented by 1. Content of another register will be stored. Again stack pointer will be decremented by 1 and content of C will be stored. That completes the push B instruction in the subprogram 1. Meaning it, after push B, if I ask you what is the top of the stack, that means the top of the stack will be FFFB. Okay. Now what happens? Again the subprogram 1 will be executed in this direction. But now at 9003, inside the subprogram we have again used the instruction call 800. Means from subprogram 1 we want to call another subprogram which is written at 8000. Let's assume this is subprogram 2. Sub 2 I have written. This subprogram I want to execute or call from another subprogram. Now whenever this call instruction, because this is the program sequence I have shown it by arrow. Whenever this call instruction is executed by the processor at 9003, again this call will do two things. This is now the return address, because address of the next instruction of call. This is the next instruction of call. Address is 9006. This address will be stored in the stack by this call instruction. How? Again, same like decremented stack pointer by 1. Another 8 bit will be stored. Again decremented by 1. 06 will be stored here. And after storing the return address in the stack, what this call will do, call will store this A00 in the
फेक मत
program counter.
उस्मानी
Means
टॉयलेट के लिए मत
processor will understand he has
रख
to
दे वहीं
execute
पर
the
रख दे
next instruction from
अगर जैसे
A000.
कोई
Means
आया
it will enter into the subprogram.
मेजमा फिजमा को मत दे देना
नहीं मैं वही बोलने वाली थी ना अपना रिजल्ट पिंटू आया
That
टिंकू
is
आया
from
चिंटू आया
subprogram 1, processor now enters into the subprogram 2. Now in subprogram 2, let's assume there is no instruction related to stack. So or I have not used any call instruction here. So all the instruction in the subprogram will be executed. Now see, at the end of the subprogram 2, as you know that end instruction of every subprogram must be written so that it will exactly return back to the previous code. Now see where it will return. Now at A008, whenever this return instruction will be executed for the first time, you know the meaning of return. Top 2 data of stack will be stored into PC. Now see what is the top 2 data of the stack. Just like pop instruction this return will do. So top 2 data of the stack is this 9006. Means whenever this return will be executed, this 9006 will be stored in the PC. Meaning is the processor will understand he has to return in the address 9006. Means it will come back here at 9006. Because it is not returning back from subprogram 2, processor is not returning back to the main program. No, never it will do it. From where it is called, processor will return back at the next instruction of that call only. So this subroutine 2 is called from this subprogram 1. So it will return back to subprogram 1 only after completion of subprogram. Now if I ask you, after this return instruction at 8008, what after the completion of return, what will be the top of the stack? So as this two data is coming out or stored into the program counter, just like pop, that means this was the top of the stack. And once this return instruction will be executed, as you know that in pop instruction stack pointer will be incremented by 2. So it is here also incremented by 2. Now the top of the stack after this return will be FFFP. This two data is already out from this stack by this return instruction. So it is coming out to the exact location at 9006. Now see, all these instructions will be executed in the subprogram 1. Still now, processor is not returning back to the main program. It is still there at subprogram 1. So now at 9010 again there is the instruction pop B. Pop B means the top 2 data of the stack will go to PC register pair. That means exactly what is there at PC, that data will come out into PC. So after pop B, now the top of the stack is FFFP here. Now again after 9010, next instruction is 9011. What is the instruction? Return. This is the end instruction of subprogram 1. Again, whenever return will execute, it will store the top 2 address of the stack into the PC. Now, what is the top 2 data of the stack? Because this is the top of the 8009. This is the top 2 data of the stack that will now be stored into PC. Means processor will understand he has to execute the next instruction from 8009.
आंसर तो कोई देता नहीं है
This
आज
subprogram
फर्स्ट टाइम कोई बोल दिया सर के बीच में तो
it will come back here. And once it is come back here at 8009, then again program counter will go on incrementing by 1 and this main program will be completed in this sequence. Now after this return at 9011, now if I ask you what is the top of the stack? This whenever this data is retrieved by this return, top of the stack now becomes 8. So this is the execution sequence, how processor will execute the instruction if we use call instruction in main program as well as in the subprogram. So there is no restriction that we can use the call instruction only in the main program. No, you can call a subprogram from another subprogram. Here only this example is there. From subprogram 1 we are executing subprogram 2. And taking an example, we are explaining here how what is the sequence of execution of the program. This is basically I have shown it by arrow that how the program will be executed if we call a subprogram from main program as well as from that subprogram on another subprogram. And this process basically a microprocessor this mechanism of a subprogram calling another subprogram like this is given a name. This is called nesting. NES nesting. This mechanism of subprogram calling another subprogram is called, this technique is called nesting. When a subprogram calling another subprogram, this mechanism is called nesting. So you can call subprogram from another subprogram. That is possible. And whenever only thing is that you have to remember whenever a call is we are using what is the program sequence, what data will be stored into the stack. That should be clear. Otherwise, you will not understand where it is program is returned, what data will be stored in the stack. Because in some program there may be some push instruction, pop instruction. How many pop instruction I will use in the subprogram? Already we have explained. As many push instruction you will use in the subprogram, that many number of pop instruction you must use in the subprogram. Otherwise, it will not return into the exact location of the main program. So that thing also you have to remember. So whenever you use call or stack related instruction, only thing you have to understand the sequence of execution of instruction and what data will be stored into the stack. Make it clear that everything will be understood. You can understand everything in subprogram or subroutine. So beside this, uh, call and return instruction, which is used to call a subroutine. There are some other call instruction and return instruction or other type of this call and suppose A000 and RET. These two set of instruction we are using to call a subroutine and return back from subroutine to main program. And these two instruction call and this call A00, this is called the unconditional call instruction, and that return also unconditional return. There is no condition imposed on call or any condition imposed on return. Beside this unconditional call and return, there exists some conditional call instructions also. Conditional call means, again, as you know, there is a conditional branch instruction are available beside JMP. We have some jump instruction which is called conditional jump, JJ, JJ. And there also you have seen condition is imposed on different flags. There also different call instruction, conditional call instruction is available and condition will be imposed on flag. Depending on carry flag, the call instruction is CC, call on carry. What does it mean? This is also used. I have used one call on carry, CNC, call on no carry. CNC A000 like that or B000. What is this meaning? Call on carry CZ, call on Z, everything is possible. What is the meaning of call on carry A000? This instruction will also be used to call a subprogram. But what is the difference with this call and CC? Whenever I use call A00, without checking any condition, processor will go to this subroutine at A00 for execution. But here, as it is a conditional call, before going to the subroutine at A00, processor will first check the status of the carry flag. And if it finds carry flag is equal to 1, if carry flag equal to 1, then only it will call the subprogram. Otherwise, it will not go to the subprogram. It will execute the main program one by instruction and the main program one by. Just like conditional branch and unconditional branch, conditional call and unconditional call. CZ means it will call the subprogram if zero flag is 1. CNZ, suppose 2006. What does it mean? In 2006, there is a subprogram, and that subprogram will be called by the processor only if Z flag is not equal to 1. That is the condition. So sometimes for some application it may require that in a subprogram I have written a function and that function is to be executed only if it is required to be executed if the carry flag equal to 1. If carry flag is not equal to 1 in the main program, I will not execute my function. Then in that situation you may use this conditional call instruction so that if the flag condition is satisfied, then only it will go to execute subprogram, otherwise it will not go for execution of subprogram, it will be in the main program for execution, all the instructions inside it. So this is conditional call. Similarly, conditional return instructions are also there. Conditional return is also there. Conditional return means write RZ, RNZ depending on zero flag. The RZ is there. Means return, its meaning is return if Z is equal to 1, Z flag equal to 1. Meaning is that you are telling whenever I use a conditional return like RZ, means your processor will return from subprogram only if Z flag is equal to 1. Otherwise, it will not return from the subprogram. Now the question is same thing for RC, RNC, RZ, RNZ. Depending on all flag, there are two sets of conditional return and conditional call instruction. So now the problem of this conditional call is no problem for the condition is satisfied, I will call. But whenever you will use a conditional return function instruction in a subprogram, you must be careful. Because you have, if whenever you entered into the subprogram, its meaning is you must have to confirm that your processor must return from the subprogram to the exact location in the main program. That provision you have to make by writing suitable instruction. Because whenever you enter into the subprogram, you must return it into the main program. But problem is, if you think that I will use instead of unconditional return RET, you think I will have to use a RZ instruction, conditional return instruction. So whenever you use a conditional return instruction, that means there is a probability of returning back or not to return back. Both probability are there. Why? Because the conditional return means if Z is equal to 1, it will return. If Z is not equal to 1, it will not return in the main program. It will be there in the subprogram. But you have to make a provision whenever you enter into the subprogram, make it a provision so that it should return back into the main program. So then you may ask when I should use this like of conditional return instruction. Suppose a subprogram I am writing. Suppose for a main program a subprogram is called. I am writing to say anything. Suppose I am any other instruction I am MVIC, any dummy instruction I am writing. After some time, suppose at A007, it is written RZ. But only the conditional return instruction in a subprogram is not sufficient to return into the main program. That's why after you have written some at suppose 8008 MOVC, A other operation, and at 8010 you must have to at the end of this program you must have to write a conditional return, the unconditional return RET. In this that means for every subprogram the last instruction must be a unconditional return, and in between this subprogram you may use a conditional return instruction in between the subprogram. If I have taken an example. Now see what happens in this situation. Because whenever I entered into this, suppose somebody has used the instruction here, call in main program, he has used the instruction call 8000.
Oh,
Means it is entered into the subprogram. After some time performing some operation, there is a conditional return instruction. Meaning is during that time, if processor finds Z flag equal to 1, then what happens? Whenever processor is executing this instruction RZ in the subprogram, and during that time processor finds that zero flag is equal to 1, then what processor will do? Can anyone tell that what processor will do if it finds zero flag equal to 1? Return to the main program. That means it returns back to the main program without executing the remaining part of the subprogram. Meaning is in the subprogram, if such a situation will come that you are solving a problem, such situation is required in your program. That subprogram also contains two parts. This part and after RZ another part. And if it is required, then after executing particular portion of the subprogram, if you think if your problem is such that if zero
पहले
flag equal to 1,
पहले
you
हो
should
पहले
return back
500
to the
रुपये
main program
यही
without
बात
executing
ज्यादा
the
ही होता
remaining
होगा, वो
part.
तुमको बताता
In
नहीं
that
होगा।
situation, you must use this
500
sort
रुपए तो
of,
बिक्री नहीं
then
होगा,
only you should
लेकिन
use
ज्यादा
this
ही
sort
होता
of
होगा।
conditional
वो जैसा
return
माल
instruction.
रखेगा वैसे ही बिक्री
हाँ, जैसे
होगा।
आज मैंने रखा
If
नहीं नहीं करके
after
तो मेरा
executing this
500
archive
का
instruction,
बिक्री
if processor
500 बिक्री
finds that
होगा
no,
तो
zero
अगर
flag
तुम
equal
ऐसे
to 0,
500 रुपए करके बिक्री कर
then
रहे
what
हो,
happens?
ठीक है, तो
Definitely
रोज तो
from
नहीं
this
होता
place,
रोज तो कभी
condition
भी
is
नहीं
not
अभी जैसे डी
satisfied,
हुआ
so
जो
processor
अगला
will
समय
not
कितने
return
घंटे
back
आएगा
into the main
आदमी
program from this
जैसे वो
place.
तेल लेके को तेल
Then
से
what
क्यों
happens?
आएगा वैसे
All the instruction in
वही
this
मैं बोल रही हूँ
subprogram will be executed,
तुम
and
जैसा
definitely at
1000
the
रुपए का
end
माल
there
लाया,
is a
उसके
unconditional
बाद
return. So
तुम्हारा 2
now
रुपए
we
करके
will return
फायदा
back
करने
to
के
the
बाद
main
भी अगर
program
तुम
from
300
this
रुपए का
after
फायदा
getting
रोज
this
दिन
return.
में कर लेता है,
Meaning
ठीक है,
is
तो
please should
तुम्हारा
not use a conditional
चला
return
सकते हो,
instruction
लेकिन
at the
कुछ
very
नहीं
end,
होगा। अदरवाइज
because it may
वो तो क्यों
possible
वो तो अभी
the
नहीं होगा वो
condition
तो
is not satisfied and processor is not able to return it to the main program.
आज जैसे पुलिस सबको धमकी
End
देगा
instruction of
अरे
the
लो
subprogram must
वो
be a
सब
पता
मत
नहीं
बाहर का
conditional
कंडीशन
return.
मत दे।
Then
जैसे
when to
कि
use a
सिगरेट बिक्री कर
conditional return,
हाँ,
that
तो
depends on your
तुम
problem,
कितना में
whatever
खरीद
issue
रहे
you
हो
are
देखो,
solving.
है कि नहीं?
In this
तुम
I have
अगर
shown an
500 रुपए
example
में खरीद
here
रहे हो और
that
तुम
I
बाहर
have used a
6
conditional
7 रुपए
archive
बेच रहे हो,
instruction
तो
here.
तुम्हारा सिगरेट सबसे ज्यादा
And
बिक्री
why I
होगा।
have used?
पहले कितना रुपए का बिक्री
The
हो रहा है,
meaning
2
is
रुपए करके तुम्हारा फायदा हो रहा
sometimes
है, तो
we
अगर
need
10 आदमी भी हुआ
to
तो 20 रुपए
execute
का
this
फायदा हुआ,
part of
है ना?
the
20
subprogram,
একটা
and
সিগারেট বিক্রি হচ্ছে
sometimes
না,
we
ওটা
want to
আলাদা আলাদা
execute
বিক্রি
the
হচ্ছে,
entire part
है
of
না?
the
তোমাকে
subprogram.
সেটা দেখতে হবে। 25 সিগারেট
When
বিক্রি
this
हुआ तो
part will be
25
executed
into
only
2
if
50
zero
रुपए बिक्री
flag
हुआ, तो
equal to
60
1,
50 110
when
ऐसा
RZ
करके
is
एक
executed,
तेल
so
बिक्री हुआ, तेल
definitely
से तुम्हारा
second
2
part
रुपए
will
का
not
लाभ
be
हुआ,
executed, it
ठीक है?
will come
जैसे
back
तुमने
to the
1000 चॉकलेट खरीदा भी मेजॉन
main
से,
program because
उसमें से तुम्हारा
condition is
65
satisfied.
रुपीस का
And
फायदा
if
हुआ,
condition
ठीक
is
है?
not
तो ये
satisfied,
सब कुछ
entire
टोटल
subprogram
कैलकुलेट
will be
करके तुमको
executed
दिन
and
में
then
अगर
it
तुम
will come
300
back
रुपए
to
तक
the.
का कर लेता है, ठीक है? मतलब
So
दिन
if
में
like
300
that
रुपए को
RZ,
हटाना पड़ेगा
RC,
अपने आप,
RNZ,
ठीक
everything
है?
is there.
तो
Depending
मैनेज हो
on your
जाएगा, कोई
application,
प्रॉब्लम नहीं।
जैसे
you
मैंने
may
10 रुपये
use
हटा के रखा तो मैंने 100
the
रुपये दिया
conditional
100 रुपये दिए मैंने
return
200
or
रुपये हटा दिया
conditional
हाँ,
call instruction.
हाँ
मतलब बेसिकली 200 से 300 रुपए, ठीक है?
नहीं 200 300 से मैं बुनती के जैसा भी ये इस नहीं होगा ना पहले होता था अभी आज नहीं होगा
So now another
अब कल होगा कि
issue I forget whether I have explained it or not. Suppose I have a data in the register B, suppose 73,
तुम तो रोज
have
रोज
a
खरीद
data.
नहीं रहे।
And let's assume, I'm not writing it, let's assume because processor will not understand what type of, you will treat it as a binary only. Hexadecimal here I have given. So let's assume this is a BCD data, binary coded decimal. You have to treat it, we are treating it as a BCD data 73. That means here two digits are there, one is 7, another is 3. How to separate this two digits from this 07 and 0.
সকাল 6টা থেকে বিকাল 6টা পর্যন্ত
Whether we have explained this sort of program in earlier?
50 रुपए तो
No, sir.
अभी के लिए
So we have a, that means, let's assume there is a data is stored in B, register B,
200 रुपए का
anywhere, it may be in memory, anywhere. Let's assume I have taken it in the internal register. Assume this data to be a BCD data. So you have to write a program to separate this two BCD digit 07 and 03. Because in this BCD means binary coded decimal, digits is from 0 to 9. So we have a 2-digit BCD. So this 2 digit of BCD you have to separate as 07 and 03. So then from that means I have a data 73. From 73, tell me how I can get 03. So I have to definitely perform an operation to get 03 from 73. So can anybody suggest that what operation I should do with 73 so that I can get 03 from there? Can anyone suggest?
জিরো ওয়ান মানে হেক্সাডেসিমাল 01 এন্ড করলে ওটা আসবে মানে 7
Not 01. 73 means it is hexadecimal. 73 means it is 0111. This is 7, and 3 means 0011. This is 73. You are telling
no,
that
इसमें कोई
with
loss
this
नहीं।
you will perform a AND operation with this 0 and here all 1. If this is 0
उसमें कोई
here,
लॉस नहीं है।
and you want to
उसका
perform
महीने में
AND
100 रुपए
operation
भी
with
नहीं
it.
है, मतलब महीने में 100 रुपए है।
Basically. Yes, you have to perform this AND operation. Because you know that I have
बेकार बंद
explained
करके
this
फायदा
logical
नहीं।
operation. AND operation
आहन
with
तो
0 means you
अक्टूबर
know
ऑब्धि पैसा
that
दे रहा है
all
ना,
this bit
तो
will
किस
be
लिए
converted
चाहिए?
to 0.
समझ ना, अक्टूबर
AND
तक का दिया
operation
है।
with 1 means It will be as it is. One, that means it will be 0, 0, 1, 1. That means it is 0.
एक पता चले वैसे तो किसी का चिंता करना पड़ेगा
हम्म
So because actually I have taken 7, 3. You may not know this data. It may be X, Y. Unknown data to you. So how to get a 0, Y means how to separate this data or digit Y, 0, Y from X, Y. Same thing. Whatever data you convert, this X you want to convert to 0, Y you don't want to convert to 0, you want to make it this should be Y. That's why you have to think of logical AND operation. Perform whatever digits you want to convert 0, perform AND with 0, and whatever digits you don't want to change, perform AND with 1. That means you have to perform a AND operation with 0 A so that it will be converted as 0. Okay. So then what instruction I will write it to do that? Now tell me the instruction. And, this is the method whatever you told. Now tell me the instruction that so that I can convert, I can separate 0, 3. And anybody suggest what instruction I should assemble to do it?
Sir, accumulator possibly 7, 3.
So as you have correct, you want to perform AND operation. It's a logical operation. And you know that all logical and arithmetic operations are performed only in accumulator. So one data must be transferred into the accumulator. So you want to perform AND with this data. So it cannot be done in P. So you move it into the A first. 7, 3. Then
सर
with 7, 3 you want to ANI.
ANI 0
You know the data 0F. ANI 0F means this data now your accumulator content is becomes 0, 3. So you have separated 0, 3. Now tell me, so 0, 3 you have separated. Now you have 7, 3. From 7, 3, how you will get 0, 7? You think of the same way.
Sir, F0.
So you want to perform AND with F0. Okay. If you perform AND with F0, you will not get 0, 7, you will get 7, 0. You will get 7, 0 because this bit will be as it is because all ones. You are performing AND with all ones and with because this is a 4 digit. All 4 digits you are performing 0 means it will be converted to 0. Now tell me from 7, 0, how you will get 0, 7? Because we have to separate the 2 digits as 0, 3 and 0, 7. Can anybody suggest that how from 7, 0 we will get 0, 7?
স্যার যদি এটাকে রিভার্স করে দিই তাহলে তো হতে পারে
Reverse, how you reverse it? That's what instruction you use it to do that.
স্যার রাইট স্যার যদি আমি আরএল মানে রাইট রোটেট করি
Right rotate. Okay, that means you want to rotate this data. Whatever somebody has told reverse. Reverse means in assembly language 8085 you have to rotate data. How many times you have to rotate?
सर 4 टाइम्स
Because it is 0, 7, 7, 0 means this is 7, 0. From there you have to get 0, this 0, 7. So how many times you have to rotate?
सर 4 टाइम्स
You have to rotate 4 times. Which direction? Right direction. Again, if you see, you have 2 options available for rotation. One is rotation with carry, another is rotation without carry. Because you have 2 instructions, RRC and then RAR. So now think which one you should use, whether with carry or without carry.
सर विदाउट कैरी
Without carry you have to use. Because if you use with carry, then what happens? You do not know whatever is there in carry, but that carry will be entered in your intentionally your carry will be entered into the data. The data may be changed. So you have to perform a rotation without carry as RRC, right? Rotation without carry. So that carry will not enter into your data. Because you do not know what is the carry. Anything carry is there, one may enter into your data and change it. So perform rotation without carry. Now tell me the instruction which I should use here.
सर
Which
आरआरसी
instruction? So, bolo.
सर आरआरसी
RRC first.
Sir, area.
No. I have written up to this only. So you have separated only 03.
স্যার
Now tell
আগেন
me the
স্যার আগেন
accumulator.
আগেন অ্যাকিউমুলেটরে নিতে হবে।
so I will take you want to use MOV A comma B again.
ইয়েস স্যার।
Okay then.
দেন স্যার আরআরসি।
No, you have two steps. First, you have what is there at A 7-3. If I perform RRC 7-3 will become 3-7. So from 7-3
ও
first
আচ্ছা
you
আচ্ছা
have to
স্যার
convert it.
এএনআই স্যার স্যার এএনআই F0
Uh, ANI F0. ANI F0 means
স্যার স্যার
হ্যাঁ।
বলছি যদি আমরা বি থেকে ওটাকে এতে মানে 73 থেকে যদি আবার অ্যাকুমুলেটরে নিতে চাই তাহলে কি লস হয়ে যাবে না?
exactly whatever you are telling. Okay, mute your microphone. If you have correctly said that if I have to take again the B data into A, my 03 which I have already separated that will be lost because the new B data is coming into A. You have right. So that's why in between somehow we have to use another instruction to save this 03 in other register.
যদি আমরা এসটি এএনআই এর পর এসটি এ করি তাহলে তো স্টোর হয়ে যাবে অ্যাকুমুলেটরে।
No,
স্যার মেমরিতে
there
স্টোর
in a-
করে দেবো এসটিএ করে।
not STN's other memory you can do or any other register. So many registers are free. So I am moving it into D. MOV D comma A. I am writing. That means that D is 03. So you have saved it into 03. Right, correct. Because we have our result is there at A and we are again moving a new data into A. So previous result will be deleted. So save it in some register or memory as some registers are already free. I have used D register to move it. Correct. Now your accumulator after this F0 it's become 70. Now from 70 you have to get 07. That means you have to rotate without carry how many times? 4 times. So already the 70 is in accumulator. So use RRC 4 times. Okay. So after that your accumulator content will become 07. So 70 now it becomes 07. Now you can
স্যার
terminate.
লুপও তো ইউজ করে
বাহ अजब आदमी है।
Okay. Here I have used the RRC 4 times. Same instruction I
ऐसा
am
बात
using
करेगा
4
ना।
times. So you are thinking that you why not use a loop so that I have to only write RRC once. So if I write loop, see what how many times I want to rotate the loop. NPI E04 I have to take that value in one register. Then you write RRC, then decrement E, then JNZ this. Sorry. JNZ RRC. This you want. Now see, of course, you are correct that I am using a instruction many times. So why not have not used the loop there? Intentionally, I have written this 4 instruction repetitively in my main program because if I use a loop, that will take more number of bytes rather than this because they are only 1 byte instruction. 4 number of I have used. That is including this 4. How many bytes? 4 bytes. Every 1 byte instruction. So now see, instead of that, if I use this loop, this is 2 byte instruction, this is 1 byte, this is 1 byte, and you know the JNZ is 3 byte. That means total 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It becomes 7 byte program. But instead of that, if I use this RRC 4 times, it
Eighteen
takes
bytes.
only 4 bytes. That's why
18 T
we have
stars
written this RRC 4 times in the program without using the loop. Because if we use loop, in that particular case, it requires more number of bytes, 7 bytes. That's why it is taken. Okay. Otherwise, if you have to, in a situation it happens that your loop requires lower number of bytes, so you must have to use loop there. And for this particular example, as loop requires more number of bytes than writing this 1 byte instruction 4 times. So we have written this RRC 4 times. But if it is required that you have to write RRC 9 times, 10 times, definitely during that time you have to use the loop. Now if you see, you have separated this 2 digit. 1 digit is stored at 03 is stored at D. Another digit 07 is stored at D. So in this way, if you have a BCD number anywhere in memory or in a register, if you have been told to separate the two digits, then you can do it with this way by performing AND operation and rotate operation. You can separate the two digits. And this mechanism of separating digits from a BCD number, it is called unpacking of BCD. BCD numbers. This is called unpacking of BCD numbers. Unpacking means whenever the number is in combined form, 7-3 is the BCD number, two-digit BCD number in a, it is called it is in a packed form. Unpacking means you have to separate the digits from a multiple digit BCD number. If a two-digit BCD number, separate it as 03 and 07. That mechanism is called unpacking. That you have to do in this manner. Opposite thing also may be given to you. That mechanism is called packing. Opposite. Unpacking opposite is packing. Packing means you have been given two digits, 1 BCD digit, another BCD digit, suppose 07. Opposite. Now you have been told that you form a packed BCD number. Packed BCD number means combining these two, suppose you have been told that you form a two-digit BCD as 7. That means you have been given two BCD digits as 03 and 07, and you have been told that you form a packed BCD number 73, two-digit BCD. This is called packing of BCD. Packing of BCD means you have two separate digits, pack it to get a two-digit BCD number. Then how is try to write the program
স্যার
to
এটা
do that
বুঝলাম
also.
না কি বললেন আরেকবার বলবেন
This is unpacking means you have a combined two digits or three digit BCD number. From there you have to separate the two digits as 03 and 07. This is called unpacking. What is packing? Packing means you have been given this two digits. This has been supplied to you, this two BCD digit. From these two BCD digits, you have to form a packed BCD. Packed BCD means you have to form a two-digit BCD number as suppose 73. This to buy from two digits to form a packed BCD number. This mechanism is called packing. Packing means from unpacked number you have formed a packed BCD number. This mechanism is called packing of BCD. Packing means separate digits have been given to you. Combine it to form a packed BCD number, suppose 73. It may be called 37 also. Here, as per your question, I have told you to form a number 73. So, if we try to write the program, instead of taking in memory, suppose I am taking this two, one, I have taken this one digit at C, and another, suppose I am taking at B. Two BCD number has been taken, 0307. Now think, from this two digit, how to get 73?
স্যার
Yeah.
স্যার এটা তাহলে অর করে পাওয়া যাবে স্যার ফার্স্টে ধরুন অ্যাকুমুলেটারে 00 নিয়ে নিলাম তারপরে তার সাথে 03টা অর করলাম
That okay. So you are telling that you will perform OR operation, logical OR operation to get the packed BCD number 73. But before that, you have a 07 and 03. Means 0000 0111 and 03 means 00000011. If I perform OR operation, then what I will get? I will get 07. See OR operation, bitwise OR, 1 or 1, 1, 1 or 0.
স্যার আমি
1
আগে
and
7টাকে লেফট শিফট করব
that means first you rotate this 07 to form 70. First get 70. Now from with 70, if you perform OR with 03, then you can get 7.
স্যার আমি মানে একটু এক্সট্রা ভাবছিলাম আমি ভাবছিলাম ফার্স্টে 00 এর সাথে 03টা অর করে দিলাম তারপরে ওই 07টাকে রোটেট করে তারপরে সেটা অর করে দিলাম রেজাল্টটার সাথে
03 is not required to be ORed again with 00. Directly you can OR. Only thing is that 07 you can make it 70. With 70 you perform OR with 03. This will become 7. So now tell what instruction I will do to write to do that.
Sir, MOV A comma D.
That's it. You want to first, what you have to do is 07, you have to make it 70 by rotating in the left direction without carry 4 times. So your 07 is there at D. So you cannot perform rotation on D. Rotation can take place only at A. So you move it this 07 into A first. MOV A comma D. Then from 07 to get 70, you left rotate the content of accumulator 4 times without carry. That means you write RLC 4 times. That means here your accumulator content, after this instruction accumulator content was 07. Now after 4th RLC your accumulator content of accumulator will be 70. Okay, so you got 70. Then what to do? With 70 you have to OR 03. So what instruction I will use? Because already 70 is there in accumulator and 03 is there at C. So that means I have to perform OR with A and C. So what instruction is available? What instruction is there to perform OR with the content of accumulator and C?
ORAC.
ORAC. Right. ORAC means content of accumulator will be logically ORed with C and result will be stored at A. So ORAC means A your 70, C 03. So your accumulator will be 70. So you can terminate your program. So you have your result at accumulator at 70. This is called packing of BCD number. So if you have been told that digits are given, so you get a packed BCD number, so you have to do in this way. Now another thing, suppose we have a BCD numbers. Suppose I have a number, let's assume it is in BCD, and you have to write a program to convert this BCD to its equivalent binary. BCD to binary conversion. So we have a BCD number, suppose 72. Suppose I have a number 72 in BCD. 72 means it is stored like this 0, 1, 1, 1 and 2 means 0, 0, 1, 0. This is 72. This has been given to you. And you have been told that you convert it into its equivalent binary. Definitely it is not the binary of 72. It is a BCD number. But I want that this 72 should be converted into its equivalent binary, because binary of 72 is not like that. Binary of, how much is the binary of 72? If I have a number 72, BCD means it is understood as decimal, binary coded decimal. So what is the 72's binary? 72 means, suppose your
64.
weightage is 1, 2, 4, 8.
64 plus 8.
I am writing the
64
weightage.
plus 8.
How much?
Sir, 64 plus 8.
64 plus
8.
8. Right. That means 64 means which digit? This probably. This is 8, 16, 32.
उन तो करना आता है तो फिर क्यों आ रहा है?
This is to the power 0 means 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64. 64 plus 8 that is. So definitely you know that if it is my BCD, that is not similar to your binary. So now you have to write a program to convert a BCD number to its equivalent binary. So how you will do that? So if a BCD number is given, how you will be able to convert it into binary? Just think how you can do it, then we will write the program. So this is BCD, 72 is given. So how we will convert it into its equivalent binary? Can anybody suggest how we can do it from a BCD number to binary? So what you have to do, first you have to, as a BCD 2-digit BCD number is given, you have to unpack this BCD number to get these two BCD digits as 07 and 02. Because you have to get 72. You know that how a decimal number, because BCD is as good as decimal, how a decimal number is formed, that technique you have to follow. 72 means what? 7 into 10 to the power 1 plus 2 into 10 to the power 0. That is 72. That is 72. You have two digits. One digit as 7, another digit as 2. You know that number system. It is 2 to the power, its weightage is 10 to the power 0, its weightage is 10 to the power 1. So 7 multiplied 10 to the power 1 plus 2 multiplied 10 to the power 0. 10 to the power 0 means actually 1, you don't have to multiply. Only thing is that you separate the two digits, multiply this 07, multiply 7 with decimal number 10, add with 2. That is 72. Separate the two digits, multiply 7 with 10 in decimal. In hexadecimal, definitely 10 will be equivalent to 08. So multiply it with 10 and then add the LSB digit 2 with it. Because 2 multiplied 10 to the power 1 0 means it is basically 2. So you add it, that will become its equivalent binary of 72. So you have to set, if any BCD number is given to you and you have been told to convert it into binary, separate the BCD digits, multiply it with its equivalent weightage and add, that will be the equivalent binary of that BCD. So now try to assemble instruction to do that. So suppose I am taking this number in B register, NBI B, suppose 72. Let's assume this 72 is nothing but a BCD number. Now I have to convert this BCD into binary. Then what I have to do? Already I have told you, from this 2-digit BCD, first we have to unpack it to get that 2 BCD digit as 07 and 02. So I have already explained how you can separate it. So you move it into the accumulator, then you perform AND ANI with 0F. Then what happens? What data you will get? ANI 0F means what digit you have separated. Your accumulator will become 02. Move it into another register C using the instruction MBI C, A. That means your C is equal to 02. ANI 08 means this 7 is converted to 0 and 2 is F means it is 2. So it is 02. And now we have moved it into C. So one digit is separated. Then again you have to separate 07 same way. You again take your original data which is 72 which is there at B. You move it into the accumulator again. Then perform just whatever you have done. Perform ANI with F0. So it becomes 70. From 70 to get 07, already you know you have performed. So you have to perform RRC with how many times? 4 times. Rotate 4 times. Now your accumulator contents becomes 07. So you can move it into some other register MOV. Suppose you have moved it into D. That means after this instruction, your D is become 07. So you have separated these two digits. Okay. Then what to do? 07 and 02 is separated. Now what is the technique? Multiply each digit with
স্যার বলছি ওই এমভিআই সি এর জায়গায় এমওভি সি কমে যাবে না
oh, sorry. This is MOV, right? MOV C, Now after this MOV D, A, what happens? You have two separated two digits as 02 and 07. One is there at C register, another is there at D. Now to get the equivalent BCD, the binary, what to do? Multiply each digit with its equivalent weightage and add. What is the weightage of this digit 2? 1. So we don't need to multiply 1 with 02. Weightage of this digit 07 is 10 to the power 1 means 10. So we have to multiply this 07 with 10. That I have written. 7 multiply 10 and then add with 2. Now how to then how to multiply? That means your 7 is there at D. So that is content of D to be multiplied with 10. 10 in decimal, in hexadecimal it is 08. So how will you do it? So for that, to multiply
सर मल्टीप्लिकेशन
with 10, you take in one register
सर
10.
मल्टीप्लिकेशन लिखते हो पे
Multiplication program you know. So you take, if you want to multiply it with 10, you take 10 in some register E, 10 in hexadecimal it is 08, you take it. Okay. Then what you have to do? You have to add it. Add 10. How many times? You have to add 10 7 times or add 7 10 times. That is the thing. You will add this 10, you write add now E. That is we are adding E. 10 we are adding. How many times? E times. So how we will write it? Then we will write DCR D J N Z jump not to 0. This we have to create a loop every time it is added. We have to add repetitively add. That means we are adding 0A how many times? D times. Meaning is D is or 07 is multiplied by 0A. 0A means actually it is decimal it is 10. So multiplication is done. That means after that, after this from this place you come here. After this program, what happens? Addition 7 is already multiplied by 10. Then what is left? That multiplication result is still in the accumulator. That result you have to add with 02. That is you write only the instruction add C. That means now your accumulator content will be the binary of 72. So they are adding 70 plus 2, that becomes 72. Now here, one thing you can tell that whenever we write this multiplication program, come here at add D, add E. Can you tell me what data will be added whenever I execute and add E for the first time? So let's I'm removing this. From this place, next instruction is here. Now tell me whenever the add E instruction will be executed, what data will be added?
सर डी डेटा
No, add E. Add E, what is the meaning of this?
सर 1 মানে
স্যার অ্যাকুমুলেটরের কালকে জিরো করা উচিত ছিল না
That means whenever I use the add instruction for the first time, the add E means accumulator content will be added with the E. What is the accumulator content plus? It is already 07. That is 07 is there, so 07 will be added with 0A. You need it. You don't need it. You need that only E content will be added repetitively means 3 times, 7 times. Only 10 should be added 7 times. But whenever you use the add instruction for the first time, now what happens? 07 or accumulator content or 07 is already once added. Then you will not get the correct multiplication result. That's why whatever one of you have suggested that before writing this multiplication program, we must clear the accumulator. And clear the accumulator means accumulator content must be 0 before performing this multiplication. And that thing you can do by using any instructions, array, xarray, a, anything you can use. Here you write xarray a, means accumulator will be xarray with xor with a, so a one time will become 0. Now you perform multiplication. Then it is giving you the correct multiplication result, and after performing add C, you terminate your program so that your accumulator content is nothing but a binary of BCD number 72. So we are take only separate the BCD digits, multiply each digit with its equivalent weightage as in case of decimal number, then when add it, you will get it. That technique only we have implemented using it. First separate 02 and 07. 7 is the MSB, its weightage is 10. Multiply 7 with 10, that program. And 02 is the LSB, its weightage is 1. So we don't have to multiply, we directly add with this multiplication result. We have added the content of LSB. So that is the equivalent binary number corresponding to BCD. So remember the technique you if anything is given that you have been given a binary, so you have to convert it into either BCD, you have to convert it to binary using this book. Opposite thing also you can do. You have been given a binary, how to convert it to BCD. That thing is also sometimes given. That is binary to BCD conversion. Okay, that means if you see binary to BCD conversion, suppose I have a binary number stored, suppose all 8 bit, because we can store all 8 data. Suppose it is stored at the register B. Let's assume we have stored it as hexadecimal FF, but let's assume this is, you are treating it as a binary and you want to convert it into BCD. What will be the BCD? That means you have to know the decimal, all ones, 8 bit ones. Means what is the equivalent decimal of this all ones? What is the decimal of this number, binary number? This is 255. 8 bit all one means this is 255. That means your BCD will be 255. Okay, so you have to convert. That means if you have been given a binary number like this binary number you have to convert to its equivalent BCD. If it is the number, that means its equivalent decimal is 255. So BCD is 255. So this 3 digit you have to get. One digit is 02, another digit is 05,
Hello, sir.
another digit is
স্যার বলছি এখানে কি আমি 8টা নাম্বার দেব নাকি মানে এটাকে 11 করে ইনপুট করব?
no,
স্যার
this input
স্যার
whenever
মানে
you write program.
এফএফ করে ইনপুট করব নাকি স্যার?
Of course. MBI B, you have to write FF. Now what happens? I told you, you are writing it as FF. Means you know that you are storing FF means all 8 bit ones. So it is a hexadecimal number. But now I am telling you that you consider this number as a binary. Let's assume this is a binary. So you have to treat. Processor cannot understand which one is hexadecimal, which one is BCD, which one is binary. No, he will treat everything binary. So you have, I told you, you treat whatever you store, you treat it as a binary, and then binary is all ones. Treat it as a binary number. Suppose you have stored FF, so all ones, treat it as binary. So if it is binary, you know that its decimal is 255. So write a program to convert this binary number so that you will get these 3 BCD digits 02, 05 and another 05. That is the thing. So can you tell me how this we can get these 3 BCD digits from this binary number? So basically in follow.
স্যার ওটা যেরকম স্যার ওই 73টাকে 7 into 10 plus 3 করলাম, এটাকে স্যার প্রত্যেকটা ডিজিটকে আলাদা করার জন্য 10 দিয়ে ভাগ করতে হবে?
Not 10, not 10 like that. It is because it is the maximum number I have taken, which you can take in a register, 8-bit register. And maximum number means you know that its equivalent decimal will be how many digits, or BCD will be how many digits? 3.
তাহলে স্যার 100 দিয়ে ভাগ করে।
So if you divide this number, if you divide with first with 100, then what you will get? You will this quotient will be 2. You will get 2, and you will separate 2. Then whatever is the remainder, what is the remainder? 55. Now divide it with 10. So this digit is separated. After dividing the entire binary number with 100, what happens? This NSB is separated. This is suppose BCD. And whatever is the remainder is 55. Why I am taking 100? Because I can store maximum all 8 bits equal to 1 in a register. That's maximum number I have taken. And we know that equivalent decimal or BCD of this binary is only 3 digits. That's why first divide it with 100, take the quotient, this one BCD number. Whatever remainder is there, that remainder you divide with 10. Next you again take the quotient as 5. This 5 is separated. And whatever remainder is at the left, that is also 5. So you are able to separate this 3 BCD digit to 5 and 5. Just like that, you have to divide the number with 100, 10, and then you will get the 3 digit number 255. That is basically this problem is solved already given in your Copper books. If you see this has been solved, you can see the program there. I have uh, I will show you this program from the Copper's book directly because there they have used a sub-program technique to solve this issue. So that we will explain by taking this program directly from there. Is it visible? Is presentation visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
It is there in the Gawker books. You can soft copy I have given there also you can check. So if you see here a F8 means all 8 bits 1, its equivalent decimal is 255. And you have to separate this 3 as 3 BCD digit as 2. They are telling that it is BCD 3. 0110 is a BCD number 2, it is 5 and another 5. So you have to get 3 BCD digit 255. Okay. That whatever I just explained. Now they have given this what are the step to do that, and whatever you already tell that you have to divide this number first with 100, and of course it is not that always whatever number I am taking as a 8-bit binary number, it may not be always all ones. It may be that sometimes your equivalent decimal number may not be 3 digits, it may be less than 100. In that case, division with 100 is not required. So meaning is, whatever I told, you perform division with 100 first. So it is not the correct way. Only you perform division with 100 if you find that your number is more than 100. Otherwise, you have to directly, if it is less than 100, so no need to perform division with 100. You perform division with only 10 because it's a 2-digit number. So that is written here. If the number is less than 100, go to step 2. Go to step 2 means step 1 is basically the program for dividing it with 100. So it is mentioned if the number is, check it whether number is less than 100 or not. If it is, don't go for step 1, directly go for step 2. Step 2 means number is basically divided by with 10. But if it is more than 100, perform division with 100. Technique they have told division instruction is not there, so repetitively subtract 100. Then you will get one BCD digit 2, and it is shown here. First subtract minus 100 will be 155 cosine 1. You know it. And after that, again it is mentioned check if the number is less than 10, go to step 3. Less than 10 means it is a single digit number. So I have taken the input such a way that it is not a single digit, it is only a single digit number like 07, 03 like that. So in that case, division with 7, 8, 10 and 100 both are not required. Directly go to the step 3. Remainder. Remainder means whatever number is given, that is basically the BCD. So this is this step they have implemented. Now they have done it with a, I have combined this 3 sub program. They have used a technique of sub program. Just to explain it, I have copied it from there so that you will also understand that how what is the utility of this sub program here. So this start whatever 3 programs are written. Basically, this program also also calls a sub program from another sub program. Whatever just today we have explained nesting. Nesting means sub program calling another sub program. Here also same thing is done. We have here a sub program is called from main program as well as another sub program is called from another sub program. That is done. You see this start. Start means this part is basically your main program. This few instruction. What is that? LXI means you have initialized stack. LXI definitely you have to write some address here. What is this purpose? Purpose is suppose you have been told that your binary because you want to convert a binary into BCD. What is the binary number? In this problem they have taken the binary number is stored in the memory. It is not given in the internal register. It is there in memory address. That memory address you have to store in this AHL here. So that you see the next instruction is again MOVA, M. Means you are taking this binary number from memory to accumulator. That is now you got the binary number in accumulator. Your task is now to convert this accumulator content into BCD. So now the next instruction after getting the data, means given data, they are call this. Instead of writing a address, they have written a level, means it is calling a subprogram. PWRPEN. This subprogram I have taken here. That means after taking the number, binary number given, is calling this subprogram. What is this? This is subprogram basically for division. Division means division with 100 and division with 10. Both are there. Both are there in this program. See, another in this, whenever it enters from main program to subprogram, what is written? LXIH, another address. Out buff something it is written. What is the meaning of this? What is this address? Because LXIH means you are storing some address. What is this address? Memory address. This is basically the address they are telling that after separating these three BCD digit, like whatever we have example taken 02, 05 and 05, you store it into the memory again. Meaning is your binary number here is given in memory in this address, and out buffer means you have been told that you store the three BCD digits in memory, and that is the address of this memory. So that is the address of memory now, where you have to store the BCD digits after conversion. That address. Now, first thing is that you have to divide the number with 100. 100 mean in hexadecimal it is 64. That's why they have taken this 100
Hello,
means
sir.
64 in register.
স্যার এই এলএক্সআই দিয়ে কি করে স্টোর হচ্ছে?
LXIH address store হচ্ছে না, অ্যাড্রেসটা ইনিশিয়ালাইজ করলাম। If you that we are storing the destination address. Destination address means where my result will be stored. Result, what is the result? Converted BCD digit. So that BCD where I have to store in the memory. What is the address of memory? Suppose out buffer. This is the starting address. Because three memory registers are required. Suppose in this register I have to store 02. So that address is there. LXIH, this is the address. Data is not stored. We have initialized the memory address in HL. Meaning is definitely we will store the result using the instruction MOVN comma something. So that that result will be stored into this memory by taking the address from HL. Yes, so memory address is stored here in the HL. Here also in the main program we have stored a memory address in HL. But which memory address it is? This is the address where my given data is stored. Binary is given. Binary data is stored. So binary data I have taken. So no need to for this address again. So I have stored a new address where my result will be stored. That address is stored in the HL. Now the question is, whatever binaries you have taken in accumulator, that binary now you have to first divide with 100. 100 means in hexadecimal it is 64. So it is taken in 64 in D register. Then in this subprogram itself is calling another subprogram called binary to BCD program. This is here. This is the binary. This is another subprogram. PIN BCD. This is another subprogram which is called from this subprogram PWR10. So MVI B64 means you want to divide the number with 64. But division program is not written in this PWR10 subprogram. It is written in this second subprogram. So from this subprogram, it is calling a second subprogram after storing B equal to or after taking B equal to 100. 100 means 64. In decimal, it is 100. So now see what is written in this subprogram 2. First instruction is MVI MFF. What is this M? What is the address of this M? Can you tell? Can anyone tell? What is the address of
Sir,
this
stack.
M?
স্যার এটা কি স্ট্যাকের?
Out buffer means where I want to store my result, BCD digits, starting address. So that is now that's why they have taken this destination address means where I want to store my result. They have taken in HL and come to this subprogram, and initially they have stored the memory as FF. Why they have taken FF? Because actually what they should do, they should first store this, clear this memory. Clear this memory means a memory should become 00 initially. That has
স্যার
been
এটা
they have
বুঝলাম না
done.
স্যার, এখানে এমটার ভ্যালু কি হচ্ছে আর ওই এইচটার দিয়ে?
বুঝলাম না।
স্যার এই এইচটা যে ভ্যালুটা কি বললেন এখান থেকে আর ওখানে এম এর ভ্যালুটা কি করে এফএফ হয়ে গেল?
এফএফ হয়নি, এফএফ নিল। এই এইচটা কি আছে এখানে, এইচএলটা কি আছে, কি জন্য নেওয়া হয়েছে?
স্যার মেমোরির কোনো ভ্যালু নেওয়ার জন্য
No,
অ্যাড্রেসটা দিয়েছি।
মেমোরি রেজিস্টারটাকে পয়েন্ট করার জন্য করেছি। Then I have come here and store MBIMFF. Means what you have done in that memory address which you have stored in HL, in that memory register you have stored what data? FF. Intentionally you have stored FF. Why you have stored FF? Because in this program next instruction is INRM. What is INRM? What it will do? Increment the content of memory by 1. What is the address of M? Still this address, outbound. Means where you have stored FF. So if I increment this FF by 1, what will be the result?
0, 0, 0.
So that means automatically this memory content where you want to store your result initialized with 0. Initially it
স্যার
becomes,
আচ্ছা স্যার এখান থেকে যে কল হলো ওখানে গিয়ে এইচ এর ভ্যালুটা সেমই থাকবে?
if it is not changed anywhere, it will be same. It is not that whenever I am calling a program, my data will be changed. No. If it is used for the second time to store new data, then only it will be changed. Otherwise, whatever is there here also, LXIH, whatever is there, same. LX MBIP 64. Then call here. It is not that my B will be changed when I come here to this subprogram. No. Your HL will be same. B will also be 64 when from this place you enter into the subprogram. Only thing is that if you use this HL or BC in your subprogram to store new thing, then your old data will be lost. But it is not used here, so no, HL will not be lost. Okay. So at the first memory we have taken FF, then it is incremented by 1 so that M becomes 0 initially. Because you know what is my MSB? To get my MSB BCD digit, I have to divide my binary number with 16. And the quotient of my division will be my 2. 2 means my first BCD. So that division result means quotient will basically be directly be stored in this memory as a BCD digit 2. That's why they have initialized M with FF and incremented it by 1 so that M becomes 0. Then see it performs repetitive subtraction to get the division result. Sub B. Sub B means what is B? 64. What is A? Because sub B means A minus B will be performed. What is there at A? Look at the program. You have called this program from here. What is A? Can anybody suggest what is A? Because
So
now
255.
sub B means A minus.
255.
Which one? A? It is not clear. What is the content of A? Whenever I execute sub B,
এর কন্টেন্টটা ওই বিআইএন বিসিডি মানে কি 255 যেটা আমরা নিচ্ছিলাম?
binary, right? You see where A is used. You go back and see where A is used in the instruction last. Last instruction regarding A is used only in the main program. You see here, MOV A, M means my original binary data which is to be converted into BCD. That binary data is there at A. And to get the BCD digits, this content of A, you must have to divide with 100 first. That is why I have taken B means 100 in register B and go to this program to divide and store the quotient in the memory. Sub B means repetitive division. A minus B. A is your original number. B is 100. 64 means 100. So you have performing repetitive subtraction to get the division result. Then there is a check because you have been told you go on performing this subtraction means division unless your accumulator content is less than that. So that's why sub B. Then what is sub B means? A minus B you are performing. So J and C, what does it mean? Jump with no carry. No carry means when no carry will occur after sub B. Can anybody suggest sub B? When carry will not be equal to 1 after performing sub B?
স্যার যখন 2 ডিজিটে চলে যাবে।
No, that means when accumulator is greater than B, then only carry will be 0. You see sub B, if it happens that accumulator is less than B, now I am performing sub B, then what happens? I am subtracting a bigger number from a smaller number, automatically carry flag will become, because there will be a borrow, so that borrow will set the carry flag. That means during that time, I cannot perform my division with 100 because my accumulator is less than B. B means is the 100. I have taken 100 in B. So that's why they have checked whether my accumulator is greater than 100 or less than 100. So JNC means if carry is not equal to 1 means your accumulator is greater than B. Greater than B means more than 100. So go on performing division, means repetitive subtraction. So JNC where? Here, IRM. So it is incrementing M by 1. So M it was 0, now it is 1. Again sub B, because after if it is 255, then 155 first comes here. That means increment M becomes 1. Again it is coming back, so M becomes 2. But then it will find definitely that it becomes less than 100. So when it becomes less than 100, then it will not repeat the loop because this is a division program. Then after that, what is written? Add B. Can you tell me why this add B is written here?
হ্যাঁ স্যার, কেন ওই জেএনসি যখন করছে তার মানে ওইটার রিমাইন্ডারটাও আর একবার মানে
That means subtraction is performed one time more. That you are telling, right? That's why to recover the remainder correctly, it is adding the B once. That's why this add B is used here. So now after performing
স্যার
this
মানে এখানে
division
কি
with
অ্যাকুমুলেটরটা নেগেটিভ হয়ে গেছিল তাই জন্য আবার বি অ্যাড করলো?
exactly, accumulator becomes less than, because one time subtraction is performed one times more, because your remainder is 55. Then also you are performing subtraction with 64. That means you are performing subtraction one time more. So to get back this 55 again in the accumulator, so you add again 64. So that 64 is added. So your after add B, actually your accumulator content will be 55. Because earlier 55, because it was 255, suppose 2 is separated and stored in memory. Then after add B, this is separated as 55. Then see INXH. Why INXH is done? INXH means it points to the next memory location. Why? Because in the first memory location 2 is already stored, first BCD digit. Then the next BCD digit you have to store where? In the next memory address. So it is INXH. HL is pointing to the next memory output memory address. Then it is return. See where it will return? It will return where, from where this bin BCD is called. Bin BCD is called from here. So after return, it will come back to this instruction MBI B0A. Why MBI B0A? 0A means 10. Now you have to divide the remainder with 10. So you take the 10 in B and again come here. This is again a division program, but with 10. Again take MBI MFF. What is this address of M? One more, because you have implemented this H by 1. That's why after performing this operation, division with 10, the second digit 5 will be separated and it will be stored. After storing, add B means remainder is correctly placed as 5. INXH, it is pointing to the main next memory address, and return means this coming here, MOBM, A. MOBM, A means what is there at A? Remainder. Remainder means last BCD digit. That is again moved into M. M means the third memory address, because every time you are storing, you are incrementing HL by 1. So in the third memory address, remainder means last BCD digit is stored. So all the 3 BCD digit is separated and stored, and now it is returning. From PWR 10, it is returning where? This program is called from here, so it is returned back to the halt. So means your main program is closed. And you have separated the 3 BCD digits from your given binary and stored it in 3 consecutive memory address starting from OA out buffer. This is the first address. Then the consecutive next 2 memory address, all the 3 digits, BCD digits are stored. So
Hello,
this
sir.
is
Hello, sir. Sir, first
example of
হ্যালো স্যার, স্যার বলছি ফার্স্ট ডিজিটটা যেটা এক্সট্রাক্ট হলো মানে 2টা, তারপর INXH করা হলো, তো তারপর স্টোর কোথায় হলো স্যার ওটা?
which one?
স্যার ওই 2 টা
First
স্টোর,
digit.
হ্যাঁ স্যার স্টোর 2 টা কই স্টোর হলো?
Uh, how you will get 2?
স্যার
What is 2? How you will get 2?
স্যার
After
সেটা
dividing with 100, how you will get 2? The quotient. Quotient is 2. Quotient means you don't have any division operation or instruction in 8085. You have to perform division. You are performing division with repetitive subtraction. So after performing repetitive subtraction, what is the division result? Or quotient? How many times the division subtraction is performed? That is how many times this loop is rotated. So you see how every time loop is rotated, which value is incremented by 1? INR M. Means this M means memory content. That is already in this memory, that 2 is already there, because this 2 is already stored in this memory, because memory data you have taken initially 0, and you are performing repetitive subtraction, and every time subtraction is performed, M is incremented by 1. That means all directly quotient is stored in the memory. Is it clear?
হ্যাঁ স্যার
In
বুঝতে
the
পারলাম।
memory, you don't have to store separately. That's why this initially memory is taken with FF and INRM, so that every time you rotate the loop or perform subtraction, quotient will be directly stored in the memory by performing INRM. So INXH means it goes to the next memory address, and then again it comes back with by taking B equal to 10. So then this program will perform division with 10 and store the quotient again in M. M means next memory address. After storing the second digit, again INXH and return. INXH means it's point to the third memory and return MOV M comma A, means in A it is remainder is there. That remainder is moved into third memory address and then return to the main program in stop. Meaning is that all the 3 digits are separated and stored in the 3 consecutive memory register. Okay.
স্যার বলছি স্যার এমবিআই এম এফ এফ এইচ এর জায়গায় এমবিআই এম 00H করলে তো স্যার মেমোরিটা 0 হয়ে যেত, তো এখানে কেন নিলাম?
এক্সট্রা হয়ে যেত তাহলে একটা, মানে
Extra.
স্যার যদি ওটা 00H দিত, তাহলে স্যার লুপটা যখন চলতো 3 বার চলতো, মানে ওটা আমরা 2 এর জায়গায় 3 চলে আসতো রেজাল্টে।
Of course, your result will be one more. But another thing, it is not only a division program. Division, but a condition is imposed. What is the condition? Because I told you, in the condition I have told you that if your original number is less than 100, so whether division with 100 is required? No. So that means division, perform division, but check whether it is less than 100 or not. If you this checking also done with this program simultaneously with this JNC instruction. If you think that no, I will not initialize my memory with FF, I will initialize with 00, you can do it. But before that, if you do it, this division program you have to slightly change, because whatever division program we have written, probably this is slightly different. With this INR instruction we have not initial written before subtraction. We have to perform division program. You can see your program. After subtraction, we have performed INR. If you do that, then you can use this NBIM FF. But before that, another instruction also you have to use CPI. CPI 64 means you have to compare whether my accumulator content is more than 100 or not, then perform subtraction. But to avoid this compare instruction, one they have taken FF in memory, increment they have performed fast, and with this JNC instruction, this checking is also done simultaneously. That's why they have done it. Otherwise, you may take M equal to 00. In that case, INR instruction you have to write after subtraction, not before subtraction. After checking, check you have to do whether it is greater than 100 or not, then perform subtraction, then increment memory. In that case, you may take n equal to 00, but that will take a more number of instructions to do that. That's why to reduce the number of instructions, they have written this program so that checking whether less than 100 or not, and also division is done simultaneously. But to do that, one instruction definitely you have to use additionally, let's say add b, because to do that you have perform subtraction one more. That's why they have used the one add instruction here, just to get back the remainder, correct remainder in the okay. So this is how to convert a binary number into BCD. So, and so many problems are given in the exercise of this Gaukar book. So you try to solve it. On this program, you try to solve individually by yourself. Try to solve it. And so I thought I will start interrupt today, but it will not complete. So I will next day I will start the interrupt because it will take a long time to complete the interrupt chapter. So I will not start today. I will start the interrupt chapter in the next day. So in the meantime, you
Sir,
complete your
এখানে এসপি স্ট্যাকটা কেন নেওয়া হয়েছে?
এই স্ট্যাক কারণে হয়েছে কাজে লাগছে না লাগছে না স্ট্যাক
ও স্যার মানে আমি
স্ট্যাকটা না নিলে কি হতো
কলের জন্য স্ট্যাক নিয়েছি।
of course stack we have defined definitely some of the instructions will be used in the program which will use stack. So you know though there is no push pop instruction but call is there, call will also use stack. How? Because you know that before calling the subprogram, call will store the address of the next instruction into the stack. So that means call will use stack. So if call use stack, so I have to define stack pointer to the processor. Otherwise, to the processor, it will not be clear where the stack is. Okay.
স্যার তার মানে আমাকে সব প্রোগ্রামের আগে যদি আমি কল ইউজ করি তাহলে স্ট্যাক ইউজ করতে মানে স্ট্যাকের ইনিশিয়ালাইজেশন
Of
করতে
course,
হবে।
it is mandatory, mandatory. Wherever any instructions related which will use stack, call or push or pop or return, you must have to define stack. That is mandatory. So this program and explanation is there in your Gaukar books. You can read it from there also. Is there. Okay, so we'll close today's
স্যার বলছি এটা তো 255 জন্য হলো যদি এটা যদি 255 এর বেশি হতো তাহলে কি কিছু মডিফাই করতে হতো?
255 বেশি হবে না তো, your register is only 8 bit. You can
যদি 16 বিট দাম 16 বিট এটা নিতাম।
You cannot convert 16 bit because 16 bit you cannot take in one register. You have to take in two different memory register. Then you have to say convert separately. You cannot take 16 bit and convert. Only you have to convert the 8 bit because your processor is a 8 bit. In one register you can store only 8 bit data. That 8 bit together he can convert in can be treated as binary and can be converted as equivalent BCD. And its maximum is then only 255. If you take 16 bit, you cannot take 16 bit in one register, in two register. Then how they will treat this two register data of two register as a combined binary number? It is very difficult. One data is there at B, another data is there at C. But combining these two, if you consider these two as a binary number, the processor cannot understand. It will be very difficult to make a single binary number using the content of two registers. That's why only the content of 8-bit memory register will be or can be converted into equivalent BCD. Okay.
স্যার বলছি যদি এটা যদি 255 না হয় যদি 55 শুধু হতো তাহলে কি
55 or 30 anything. You take any one example. Suppose it is 30. Okay. So let's assume 30. So your accumulator is 30. Consider a binary. Consider only decimal way. In decimal way, it is 30. Call this come here. MBI B64 means it is 100. Call bin BCD is coming here. MBI MFF. What is this M? First register. FF INRM M0. Sub B. What is A minus B? What is A? A is 30, but B is 100. B is 64 means 100 basically. So sub B means what happens? What will be the status of carry flag after sub B? Because you have performed 30 minus 100. So what will be the carry flag?
1.
Yes, it is 1 because borrow will be generated. So JNC, now the instruction is JNC. So is the condition satisfied?
Yes,
Is
sir.
this condition satisfied?
No, sir.
No, not satisfied. Means carry becomes 1 because you have performed 30 minus 64. So it will not jump. It will not jump means it will not go to the INRM instruction. Now, if you do not go there, can you tell me what is stored in the M?
FF.
What is the data? No, after FF, one time IRRM is already executed. So M
zero
becomes,
zero.
right, 0. Sub B means 30 minus 100. Carry becomes 1. Condition is not satisfied, so it will not jump. Means M memory content still it is 0 0. Then it is add B. Add B means what happens? You have before that you have performed 30 minus 64. Now again add B means 30 minus 64 plus 64. Means accumulator will become 30. INXH, it will go to the next memory and return, come back here. Meaning is, it is you have taken a data less than 100, 30. That means you have written this program considering 3 digit. So automatically this program will store the MSB or 1 digit as 0. Already stored. Memory is content becomes 0. Then it is coming back to the NBI B. 0A means again it is taking B equal to 10 and coming back here. Into the subprogram. Meaning is that MBI MFF means next memory register again you are taking FF, INRM M0 sub B 30 minus 10. Now carry is not 1, JNC. So it will jump here. So in that way division by 30 at 10 will be performed and you will get INRM equal to means M content will be 3 and after some times when carry becomes 1 it will not jump but you have performed sub 1 time more. So again add B means accumulator content becomes 0 0. INXH come back here. Third digit will also be stored at 0. Means it will store 0 3 0. That is the thing. So if you take a number less than 100, automatically whenever after taking B equal to 64 go to divide the number with 64, it will not divide. Only quotient will always, quotient means this content of M will be automatically 0. Okay. So when this digit will be treated as 0. Yes. Okay, thank you. So the next class we will start the
স্যার মানে হাইয়েস্ট ভ্যালুটা 255ই হবে সব সময়ের জন্য।
always highest value you can take 255. Okay. Okay. Thank you.